So, what are you watching there? The Buffalo Sabres?
Yeah, I was checking. That game's been over. I was checking the scores. Rangers, Sabres. Rangers are phenomenal, but they just they've been dragging ass. They really
I won
have.
$75 yesterday on the Devils.
Okay.
So they played the Maple Leafs.
Mhm.
Maple Leafs won in
Yeah.
overtime. Did you see the final goal?
No, I couldn't find it on TV.
Oh, dude, pull it up. It was like the last 10 seconds of overtime. Austin
Okay.
Matthews on the breakaway. Just mute it when you watch it.
Yeah, let me.
But the odds,
Oh, I should.
like, the in-game, how the odds swing.
Yes.
So the goalie for Toronto is actually a kid from Jersey.
Anthony Stolars.
Yeah.
I played with his brother when we were kids. He just won a Stanley Cup last year with the Panthers. Good for him. Good
Yeah,
kid.
dude, Jersey kid in Jersey, right?
Mhm.
So when the Devils, so they said Toronto, so record-wise, they're pretty close.
Yes.
They said Toronto would have been the first time all year they would have lost 3 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And then they started showing some stats with like Stolars. Well, like look at the shots on goal, dude. Fucking, they got destroyed in shots on goal.
They did, and
But-
yeah.
I waited till the odds were swinging mid-game. This is the
Yeah.
final goal.
Austin Matthews is a beast when he wants to be. The quality's shit. Hopefully they zoom in on that replay.
Well,
Devils had their back
he
up
just
goal.
chipped it. You know what I mean? He just did one of those things where he chipped it. It just went
25.
over the shoulder.
Is that? No, I think they had their starting goal. He just chipped it up over the shoulder.
Dude, I waited till the odds hit like plus 370,
Mm-hmm.
and $20 got me 95.
That's what I'm talking about. Good call. Yeah, that looks like Jacob Markstrom in that.
This is a good angle.
That Matthews, people don't realize how big he is. Like, he is a big boy. Jack Hughes, unbelievably skilled. I think one of the most skilled in the NHL. He's
So
tiny.
small.
He gets tossed around. I don't know if Matthews is captain material though.
Well, he's fucking gambling material.
Yeah, he's definitely gambling material.
So we've been getting some decent feedback.
I saw that. I'm actually very happy to hear that.
Yep. So far, so good. I don't know though. It could be because I stopped smoking weed, or it could be because you're rejuvenated.
I do feel rejuvenated.
So
I think it's a combination of things.
there's no way to tell who's the real star now, is there?
I think it changes weekly.
You think you're Jack Hughes? I think I'm Austin Matthews.
Okay. All right. I can get behind that.
I was more of a sniper.
You were more of a sniper, and I was more of just the guy who gets in the way.
You're more of a bookaboom.
Bookaboom. I was Jeff Bookaboom. God bless. We went to a Rangers game in the mid '90s, and my grandmother was in a wheelchair. So while they're bringing her up in the elevator,
Bookaboom doesn't take any prisoners.
Bookaboom was in the elevator in a suit, and like he's a gigantic human being. Never met my grandmother before. My mother recognized him. Like, she's a hockey fan. And he's like to my grandmother in a wheel. How are you, miss? Do you come to a lot of games? She goes, my grandsons play. She's just, that was the nicest young man I ever met. And my mother's like, that's Jeff Bookaboom. Like,
Later that night,
that.
pounding someone's skull.
Yeah, he literally pounded someone's skull in that night.
Back when they would actually fucking fight.
Dude, I got it.
It's a different game.
I think fighting is on an incline. Nothing to where it was.
Really?
But every game I watch, man, somebody's throwing.
They should do something like if a team doesn't fight, like you have to start the period shorthanded.
But I think Bookaboom did fight that night. I believe my mother did say to my grandmother, say, hey, Ma, like that was the guy, the nice young man in the elevator.
Yeah, that's the fine young gentleman.
But my mother, like Jeff Bookaboom, was just super cool, super chill, super nice guy. He was a big boy.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, I think fighting's on an incline, and that's just a personal experience from watching games. I've been catching a lot of Flyers games.
Are they good?
Some Rangers games. The Flyers, they suck, but they've been turning it around. They have the tools to be good. They just couldn't put it together. They're on an upswing.
Who's the best team to gamble against?
Gamble against, I mean, probably the Sabres, the Ducks. Who's really bad? Oh, the Predators, man. They have a good roster. They got Stamkos and O'Reilly, and they're trash.
Stamkos went to the Predators?
Stamkos went to the Preds. He hasn't
Wow.
done shit. So anytime somebody plays against the Preds,
Speaking of
I bet the other
Predators,
team.
Yeah. Jay-Z.
Whew.
Have you heard this?
Oh man, yeah.
Have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
Have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
Yeah, so he is officially I never liked him.
A charge is
I
not a conviction.
don't give a shit. I was never a fan of him. He's one of them guys I've talked shit about for years.
Yeah.
Totally overrated as a rapper, in my opinion.
I was a much bigger Nas fan. They had that big feud.
Nas said it best. Fuck Jay-Z.
Fuck Jay-Z.
So, he's getting in some hot water now. So, what do you think the odds are the NFL just drops him entirely before... So Beyonce was supposed to be playing a halftime show for Christmas for, like, the Houston Texans?
Yes.
How fast do you think the trickle-down effect of all these accusations plays out? Because the NFL is heavily in bed with the liberals. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so, do they cut ties with their liberal fucking puppet?
They are in a predicament right now because they're like, we want to cut ties and get Beyonce off the card, but they're like, we are woke liberals.
Well, he does the Super Bowl shit too.
I know.
Right? His whole, they hired, Rock Nation or whatever to be, handling all that bullshit,
Fucking 20 years ago, ROC. Fucking.
So,
I'm usually wrong about these things, but I think in other circumstances, they would have cut ties already. But I think the liberal media is going to be like, well, it's only a charge. It's not a conviction. And we can't say Beyonce knew that anything was going on. If there was, we can't say that she's guilty by association. So what everyone's thinking is they're going to drop her.
She's definitely going to be guilty by way more than
she's definitely guilty by way more association. But I think they're going to use that plausible deniability, and I think they're going to keep her on the card. Even though everyone thinks they're going to drop her, I think they're going to keep her because of liberal pussies.
Yeah.
Stubborn prick ya.
That's all right. I'm really enjoying this little time in history.
It's
right
a
now.
Wild fucking time we live in.
Watching all these fucking cocksuckers burn.
Just everybody burn. And we're such haters and such assholes.
I love it.
Fucking billionaires just getting sliced in half, and we're like, tear it down, motherfucker.
It's fucking great. Like the CEO that got shot.
I don't give a fuck. I killed your wife and kids.
I know, we already said that, right?
We already talked about
we don't know shit about him, so who knows? Mm-hmm. But now they're making a big deal. So on Fox News tonight, they were making it out. This is the fucking angle they're going with. Apparently, they're trying to portray this guy. His name is Luigi.
Oh, yeah, it's
the shooter?
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Italians aren't that smart.
Supposedly, this guy's the one that they're, accusing of being
mastermind behind
the murderer, right?
Yeah.
So now it's trending that all these people are like, oh, he's so hot. He's so hot. They had all these fucking gay guys on there, and they do a little news clip and they show this. So it's these gay guys acting like, oh, I knew it couldn't be him because if there was a guy that hot, I would have sensed it. But so now they're saying the liberal left, this is, the Fox News spin, is sympathizing with the killer. They're taking the side of the CEO. And it's you're not talking about anything that has to do with the actual case.
No.
You're literally just mad that people are actually rooting for people versus a fucking, it has nothing to do with the CEO. Yeah, he's the one who got shot. But people are fucking glad the fucker got shot because they hate fucking insurance companies. Okay. They hate these fucking cocksucking companies that are fucking doing dog shit, making billions of dollars, and doing fucking jack shit to fucking justify their existence. They're fucking criminals, and the criminals finally got caught. So fuck you. Yeah, and the guy's fucking name is Luigi, so good for him.
Good thing. I mean,
He'll escape through a fucking green pipe anyway. So there's no point in fucking arresting him.
No, why? He's gonna get out through the toilet.
Yeah.
First thing, I can't stand Italians at all. Second off, but that's the joke. That company, United, is one of the largest claim deniers out of all the major insurance companies.
There you go.
And you know what?
Karma's a bitch.
People are getting called.
Ooh.
What?
Can you look up the day he got shot? Speaking of karma.
Let's take a look, see.
But that's the problem with the fucking internet now. You try to type that shit in, and you're gonna get so many fucking things popping up that's not what you look
December 4th. And I think that's right. That does sound familiar.
Well, it's not going to be.
It was exactly 1 week ago today.
That was the day he got shot?
Yeah, so let me bring up.
I know it's not going to be. I already know it's not going to be a fucking day that I thought it would be.
But you know the guy they got, that's not him. That's not the guy. That is not the guy.
They're talking about it way too much for it to be like they're just talking about the guy.
Yeah.
More than they're talking about like anything else.
Oh, and they found a ghost gun on him? How convenient. Like, this way, well, if they found a gun, we could register, find a registration if there was a bill of sale for it. What?
The gun was haunted?
Yes, it was one of those Luigi's Haunted Mansion guns which shoots ghosts at you.
I remember that level.
I do too. Good game.
That'd be great if, like, just for, like, months on end, they just kept beating these little, like, Mario Brothers innuendos into the fucking, like, the plot thickens.
his brother Mario.
Yeah, turns out
Mario and Luigi Mario.
Turns out he was defending his princess.
I bet the fucking prosecutor's last name's gonna be Bowser.
They're gonna be like
Mark Koopa.
He was in a temporary state of psychosis after eating multiple mushrooms.
So he hit his head on a bunch of blocks. He wasn't thinking straight. He must have been on the juice because he grew like twice as big.
His pockets were full of coins.
I got a whole bunch of gold coins, and he jumped on the flagpole ass first. As he's tunneling out of jail. But it's not the guy. I might be an idiot, but I'm borderline autistic when it comes to facial recognition. I'll never remember people's names, but faces, very good faces, and I'm just, even the limited thing I saw, I'm like, that's not the guy. And as a white guy, I can tell the white guys apart. Not so much with the other races. They all look alike. It's not being racist. They're just all twins. That's racist. But that's not, the guy they got is not him. They conveniently got the forensics back on the bullet, and the striation marks from the bullet fragments they found match this ghost gun they found, and it's all so fast and so convenient. I'm no bleeding heart pussy liberal, but the amount of fucking like old women and little kids that are getting shot in rough areas, not just in New York, but I'm talking New York, Camden, New Orleans, Detroit, whatever, that like, they don't get any news coverage. Nobody gives a shit. All day, every day, all they're talking about is this fucking dude. Like,
yeah, that's why, like, the minute they start talking about something that much, I don't trust it.
Oh, it's all bullshit. But look, I'm agreeing with the liberals here. Like, one rich white guy gets shot. It fucking...
Watch that beer. I feel like
I'm sorry. I'm getting angry. I'm talking with my hands. I'm going to smack it right off the table. But one wealthy white guy gets shot, and it engulfs the 24-hour news cycle when you have all people getting shot all day, every day, in these dilapidated areas, and nobody gives a fuck.
I really thought it was strange that Fox was, like, trying to play the angle of, like, the liberals are making this guy to be out there, like, their hero, and it's like, what? Yeah, like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't watch the fucking news, right? So, like, I see that, and I'm just like, how did that become the fucking angle on this fucking story? Like, it's just stupid. Like, you think people are going to be, like, standing up for the CEO of a fucking cock-sucking company? Did I mention they suck cock?
I
gotta come up with some new fucking shit. I gotta get, like
2 cards.
A deck of cards to, like, fucking expand my vocabulary here.
I would get a thesaurus, man, or a rhyming dictionary. I saw this one the other day.
Well, rhyming I don't need help with.
Oh, man, you gotta hear we're gonna get back to your rhymes.
No, we won't.
We don't have to, but the man is very creative.
Fucking heel, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, he's trying to change his subject.
No, dude, I'm just sitting here and my heel, I had that sharp pain again, dude. I don't know what the fuck I did.
You went too hard on legs, and now you're paying a price. You're old. Get fucking over it. Get on juice. What are you waiting for?
I think it was the push-ups. I've been getting accused of being on fucking...
I know you have, and honestly, dude, when you pulled the sweatshirt off, man, the arms were looking good. But they don't, like, dude, you put on muscle quickly. But let's not get off topic. His creativity when it comes to rhyming schemes, unbelievable. But this thing about the CEO, he just looks like he might be an all right guy. He's a CEO, he's probably a scumbag, but he looks like a fat guy who drinks. He looks like he might be all right. But I guarantee you they're reviewing some claims now.
He does look like a guy that would get the next round.
That's the thing. He looks like a guy to get the next round.
Totally.
But I saw something else. I saw this comment on YouTube where somebody said, due to United not covering my vision, I didn't see shit.
Yeah.
I might have said that last time.
Probably. Hey, listen.
Tend to repeat things.
We live in a liberal state. We got to recycle.
We got to recycle. That was fucking good. You're an asshole. But
speaking of being in a liberal state.
Yes.
Our cocksucker governor. God damn it. I said it again. All right, we're going to make a drinking game out of this episode. Every time I say cocksucker, you got to drink.
All right, I hope you say
it
a lot.
Rewind it to the beginning. Start over. All right. Cocksucker. Anyway, Governor Murphy has been non-existent, as always. The fucking spineless piece of shit that he is.
Oh, he's such a pussy.
He lives at 45 Blossom Cove Road in Red Bank and/or Middletown, in case you people are wondering. But anyway,
You get he's right on the river. My uncle's got a boat.
it's at the end of a dead end.
You can't.
When
get
you pull
anywhere near
up
that
to his
house.
gate, there's a camera up and to the left, and when you go inside, there's one up and to the right on the other side of the fence in the tree. But I wouldn't really know.
He was with me that night. We were going over stuff for the show.
I had to do a delivery one time to his little faggot ass son, who paid like $5 to get a fucking burrito DoorDash to his house. I wanted to throw the fucking thing in the cocksucker's face. You're a little fucking faggot. Anyway.
Hold on. I don't care about what you say. That one, no. We've had videos like disappear by saying that word.
What?
Faggot.
We've had videos come off of...
You have. Remember?
Oh, that don't matter.
Okay. All right.
We're a few minutes in.
All right. Oh, okay. But you got to be a few minutes in. That's cool. So you delivered
But
to...
the reason I said that he's been non-existent is because, what's it called? We got drones flying over New Jersey right now.
They're flying over a bunch of states.
Well,
And I'm going to tell you who it is.
You think you know who it is?
Oh, I guarantee I know who it is.
Who's that?
It's the guys of Reddit and the guys of 4chan. And I'll tell you why.
They're flying giant drones?
These guys, I believe, secretly run the internet. They are, what is it, what was the one I just said? The 4chan, their tagline is weaponized autism. These guys are nerds, they're very smart, they got a lot of time, and they like to fuck with people. They're like the crop circle guys. Remember in the 90s, the crop circles were like all over the world. They were popping up, and it was a group of like college kids from the Netherlands
Really?
that were flying over, and they're like, they finally came out, like, because there'd be a crop circle in Colorado, and all of a sudden a week later there'd be one outside of Sydney, Australia. But it was these guys from Belgium, I guess, or the Netherlands. Their parents had money, man, and they would just travel over the world. And they're like, we never got caught because it doesn't take much. We go to a hardware store, buy a plank of wood, some string, a rope. We do our plans on paper with a protractor. Be out in the field, for a couple hours between, midnight and 4 o'clock in the morning, and then we hop on a plane and go to another country and do it.
That's fucking awesome.
I think it's dudes with money, like the autistic kids on 4chan and Reddit that are just out there fucking around trying to mess with the American public, and I support them. Keep up the good work, fellas.
They cashed in on some Bitcoin and
These were early Bitcoin guys. Nah, it's a bunch of fucking college kids with some brains and some money that are just want to fuck with the American public.
That'd be interesting.
But other than that, who was it? Fucking BlackRock, CIA,
the
government?
Jews, of course.
Could be. Did the spinny drones?
That's why the media is not allowed to talk about them.
Nothing to see here. L'chaim.
Yeah, we don't know what they are, so we're just going to assume that there's no problems here.
Hey, the drone, they're just flying. They're not fucking. They're not dropping ordnance on anybody.
I don't like the fact they're flying over Jersey. Why do they got to be here?
Dude, Joey Diaz claims that Jersey City, New Jersey has the highest rate of UFO sightings in the U.S., or it did at one point. That's from Joey Diaz.
Now, how does Jersey City have more UFO sightings than any other city that's right next to it?
Well, think about this. We are in the highest concentration of air traffic in the U.S., so I'm guessing a lot of it is helicopters or low-flying planes that people mistake. But Joey Diaz has a story about a fucking spaceship landing in a park in Jersey City, and other people are like, well, yeah, everybody knows about that.
You know what was really weird? I assume it's a woman. I don't know. She has some manly features.
Can't assume anymore.
But she's wearing it's like whoever's doing this White House briefing. She's wearing a necklace with this little pendant on it that looks like a friggin' spaceship. While she's talking about, it's like, they gotta be fucking with us with this shit, dude.
I believe at this point they are fucking with us.
They really have to be. So, they're trying to talk shit about these things, and the news loves to find a little catchphrase and just cling on to it.
Mm-hmm.
So, Hannity kept saying, it's the size of a school bus and as loud as a Harley. He must have said this shit 5 times. Well, he had to describe it that way, over and over and over again. How is a drone the size of a fucking a fucking bus? At that point, you're acting like it's hard to track and hard to catch. It's fucking that big. Just fucking shoot it down or figure out something. I mean, You could literally, like, a fucking child's cartoon, just, like, shoot a fucking net, and it'll get tangled in the fucking propellers.
Fucking Dennis the Menace and Alfalfa slingshot.
Just
Just
fall
fucking
down.
knock that shit out with a rock. I don't know, dude. Yeah, they're big drones, but they have drones I see on YouTube. Guys stand on it, lift up and fly on them. So, I don't know, man. I'm not worried. I think the drone thing is a distraction.
Have you been watching anything on it, or?
I see little clips, little shorts, but I just, like you, I don't watch the news. I'm
exactly,
misinformed, uninformed, and I just can't be bothered at this point.
All right, well, you talk about something interesting while I read my text messages.
He's a dick. Nobody likes him.
That's all from one person. Fuck you.
So, anyways.
And he was talking shit before we started.
Who? I was?
Rob.
Oh, what did Rob say?
He said,
What's up, Connor?
He said we need to have more fun and be happy. I was like, fuck you.
We are miserable, angry
It's
pricks.
not what we're doing. We're not doing this to be happy.
I'm doing this because, dude, I used to not enjoy this, and lately, I don't know what's happened. I'm enjoying this. I mean, I always like hanging out with you, except for a while, man. I was in a rotten mood. I didn't want to be by anybody, but
I was the same way, man.
you hide it better than I do. You still,
Perhaps.
especially when you're high. See, when you're not high, bro, you get like, and I know because I used to do this too. You get twisted up off like the littlest shit.
Yeah.
You were yelling about like, there's this light on in my car and I can't turn it off. And I'm like, dude, that's lane assist. Like you can turn that.
I can't fit. I don't know, man. It just beeps like a motherfucker. I fucking hate it. I bitched out a fucking dump truck the other day driving. Fucking started playing chicken with a dump truck.
Why? Why fuck with the dump truck?
Because he's a
Just
cocksucker.
asshole. Look, here we go.
Hey, there you go. He was in the left lane, and he was going slow as fuck, and there was no one to fuck in front of him.
Say no more.
And then when I get in the right lane, finally have room to fucking start moving up around him, he tries to fucking move over to the right.
Oh my god, that
So-
pisses me off.
Then we fucking end up, I cut in front of him, kind of gave a little brake check, and then, so then we hit like a huge fucking pile of traffic. Like it was like almost a dead stop. Right where there was an on-ramp. So he tries to use that little extra bit of a lane to like go basically from the highway into the on-ramp. You know what I mean? To come around me, and then tries to cut in front of me again. I just keep going straight. It's like, you want to drive into me, go fucking ahead, bro.
I could use a new car.
Yeah, like you're the one that's gonna fucking lose your job, like a fucking jerk off.
Man, good jerk off.
And then I was very happy about myself. I've never done this one before. So then, you know, we resume our driving, and maybe like a mile or two down the road,
Yeah.
I'm about to take my exit, and he was behind me, but since I was slowing down for the exit, he was slowly starting to catch up just long enough where we could kind of have one last little, like, go fuck yourself. So he's like honking the horn at me, basically trying to be like, yeah, go fuck yourself. I really enjoyed this, man. I was so proud. I rolled the window down. I had just enough time to put my hands out the window like this. Like, you fucking pussy. Do it, bitch.
I was in a rotten mood, and I remember this day.
Oh, I'm really glad that
What do you mean?
Stop. I shouldn't have fucking started.
The joke here is I used
What
to
were you
make
gonna
a
say?
lot of noise. This was right on 36.
I'm glad you explained that. They weren't, I don't think they really caught on to
Motherfucker, I am half autistic.
half retarded.
That's the other half. I'm driving to work. I'm late. This is why I was working at Luigi's, man. It's 20 years ago.
Whoa.
What?
The same Luigi?
That's it. Yeah, Mario's brother. They're not real brothers, but they're like the Ninja Turtles. They're raised in
Dude,
sewers.
this guy's everywhere. He's got
Everywhere.
Pizza places.
Everywhere.
guns.
Luigi Square, baby. That's one of my favorites. I was trying to get around it, and like this guy, totally unprovoked. I'm speeding, coming off the parkway there, heading at 36, heading to fucking Middle Road, whatever. And at the first light at Keyport, and he's like, I'm speeding. He cuts in front of me. He cut over again, and I'm like leaning on the horn. He fucking does this out the window, and I've never done this before.
Bro.
He gave me the fucking rocket pussy, dude.
Wow.
I had a crowbar. I opened the door. I was in my green Chevy.
So
I grabbed my crowbar and started running after him at the stoplight. He went right
So
to the red light.
this shit runs deeper than we realized.
It's a big fucking conspiracy.
So Jay-Z and Luigi, they've been intertwined for years. This is really getting interesting. I didn't realize this was turning into a conspiracy theory podcast.
Running through the sewers and banging up on fucking 13-year-old girls. I have no patience for that shit.
Yeah. fuck Jay-Z, in case we haven't said that.
Thank you,
already.
Nas. I'm surprised Sean Combs. I realize these rappers like Jay-Z, fuck Sean Carter and Sean. I'm not calling him Jay-Z and fucking P. Diddy. You guys are in your 50s. You're grown ass men. Like so,
I
Combs.
could give two fucks. I'll just call them whatever their fucking name is because that's what people know them as. I don't need
Fair
to
enough.
sit there and have people fucking confused over who we're talking about.
You know what? I think you make a good point. Who's your buddy you were talking to? The one, a guy who said we got to be like less angry. He's
No,
right.
fuck him.
He's right. I'm
Fuck
tired
him.
about names, but.
Well, going back to the road rage, the fact that I stopped smoking weed was like that. The road rage was instant.
Oh.
Day one, I'm like yelling and screaming inside the car all over again. Just imagining
You're a
being able to
fucking
fucking
psychopath.
scream in someone's face without anyone there to stop me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just put me in a room with these people for 1 fucking minute. Just close the door behind us and then just... Nothing matters after that. I can't get in trouble for whatever happens.
No.
And then I'll leave. And then I'll be done.
I think most people would second guess it if they were standing next to you because you're an imposing man, and the beard just makes you look like a mentally unstable mountain man with your
Well-
fucking gay ass ZZ Top beard.
I'm a pussy. I'm a pussy.
Fucking damn it! I couldn't think of the ZZ Top song. Damn it! I was trying to go with ZZ Top song. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, we'll edit that out.
Nah, yeah, we don't edit shit. Oh, if you want to do this Friday, we should try to go live.
I'm down.
I would, because we're not editing anything anyway. So
Yeah, well, that's what I was trying to tell my friend. He's like, you guys got to go live. You guys got to go live. I'm like, aside from people chiming in and commenting,
yeah.
we do go live. We start, we keep going, and then we stop, and then we put it on the internet. There's no fucking extra work involved. There's no
No, we're supposed
cleaning up this part or that part or any other part. You know, we just name drop a few governors. We tell you their address. We tell you how much of a pussy their kids are.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we might mention the fact that their wife is a horse-faced cunt.
Is she a horse face?
Oh,
cunt?
she's disgusting. Look her up. She's a fucking
I'm just looking for some tush.
bro.
That was
Her
what I was
fucking
looking for.
teeth look like a fucking piano in a fucking
What's Murphy's first name?
Phil. Her fucking teeth look like a fucking piano when they drop it from the top of the building in like a Bugs Bunny cartoon.
You know that's how they got the original PlayStation 2 opening sound. That. Oh, she is a horse face cunt. Look at
Yeah, she's
that.
fucking disgusting.
Oh, she looks good there, but that must have been fucking 30 years ago. That was like that looks longer than that. That's a long time
No,
ago.
she's straight up horse.
Definitely doesn't. She doesn't have a horse face. Jessica, fucking who's the Sex and the City bitch? She's
Yeah,
a horse face, real horse face.
The fucking South Park episode.
I remember that. I remember Owen A ripping on her, and like she called up and said, "I
Sarah
can't believe you guys."
Jessica Parker?
Sarah Jessica Parker, and Owen A were talking, and she called up. She's like, "You guys should come down to the show. I'm actually very pretty." And they're like, "How fucking insecure are you? You're an A-list celebrity at this point, and." Two assholes on the radio are talking about how you're a horse-faced, footed-faced bitch. And she's like, I'm actually really pretty. That's like really me. How do you live in that fucking world of constant engagement with the public or constant exposure to the public and not be able to expect or
Her
accept
and
any...
Celine Dion almost
any-
seem like the same person.
They might be.
Have they ever been
Any-
seen
what are they
in
called?
the same place at once?
They've never been. I think if they are, it's a mirror trick. How can you not accept any criticism when you're a public figure like that? But Celine...
Because you become insulated. You become insulated. I mean, it's bound to happen to us. I actually wanted to speak about that. So, obviously, we're inevitably bound to be wildly famous and wealthy.
Incredibly.
You know, I mean, our talent just speaks volumes. What are you looking at, tits?
I was looking at tits.
What the fuck was that?
The problem with those tits is I know those tits.
Okay.
You know those tits.
Clicked on the wrong one.
I clicked on the wrong one.
Well, listen, Mrs. Murphy, I'm sorry. We called you a horse face. Apparently, you have beautiful tits.
Great tits, Tammy. Great tits. They called her old Big Titty Tammy back in 1983 when they got married. Big Titty Tammy.
So, anyway,
Oh, fuck, we're-
like I said, we're going to be incredibly famous. Now,
we should probably get some talent first, right?
the problem is,
Yes.
as we were discussing, these people become famous and they become incredibly insulated, right? They get surrounded by a bunch of yes men, and then the next thing you know, they lose sight of reality. they start thinking they're the shit. Unwarranted. Not like us.
Completely unwarranted.
You know? Just unbridled confidence. Whereas they are just delusional. Now, here's how we're going to avoid this.
Yes.
Okay? No matter how much money we make, we got to commit to the bit.
We're $17.
We are staying in that house. We are staying roommates. We're
love
not
that
fixing a fucking thing about that house.
I love my house.
Just picture us being worth hundreds of millions. And
Those assholes, 3 houses down. Like, what? That fucking shit?
Bringing girls back to that house.
You guys live here? Yeah, I fucking live in a great place. I fucking love that house. But that's it. We're going to stay in a common area to keep in touch with the common man.
Exactly.
Because you're right. I guess it happens with a lot of celebrities where they become too insulated. You have people like, oh, nobody wrote that about it. No, they're kidding.
Yeah,
It's satire. They're letting you know how much they love you. Fucking perfect example, Robert De Niro.
Well, better example, Diddy. You know how many people probably told him, no, man, you're doing the right thing. These kids need love.
These kids don't have fathers. You're their father figure. You know what Justin Bieber needs? He needs to be fucked royally hard up his asshole. And he's 16 and you're the guy to do it. Oh, I'm surprised he's still alive, that he hasn't killed himself yet.
He needs to blow OBJ in the VIP.
That was a fucked up. That was a fucked up video. But that's the thing. Like, these people are too afraid to be who they really are.
What were you going to say before I talked about Justin Bieber? I feel like you just were about to get on a rant with something.
I was, and I don't remember. I got sidetracked.
You cocksucker.
There it is. What am I waiting for?
So we were talking about
What?
I think before I said Diddy.
Not being able to accept criticism, insulating yourself, having everyone around you tell you how great you are.
See, once we have a fucking film crew and we have a whole thing, we can just pause, rewind, see what we said, get right back on track.
That's the one thing I do not want to edit videos.
Ever.
I made one YouTube video one time about my lizard eating a spider. And because the spider, I lived on a farm. I had these massive fucking wolf spiders.
That's crazy, bro. The other day I had a clam eat my lizard.
Oh, God, you're such a homo. Wait, really? So you find, okay, good for you, my man. My man, all right. I'm very proud of you. But it's we're in whatever year. What are we? 2024. That's currently.
You had to look.
I had to look. Yeah, well, think about this. Years from now, we'll be like, we're in current year, whatever it is. And
you were doing it for the fans at home.
For the fans at home.
Clearly, you knew what year it was.
I'm pretty sure I know what year it is. At least I think I do. Whatever. But it's be who you really are. Why do you try to hide it? But in the NFL, it is such a liberal, pussy, woke, ran league. These guys, a lot of them are just big dudes from the South, small towns in the South, and especially black dudes, man. They are not big on like that out and proud homosexuality. Unless they're from Atlanta, there is nothing gayer than a gay black man from Atlanta. They are just, hey, they don't give a fuck. But like in the NFL, if it came out that you're gay, it's like a huge deal. In the NHL, I believe there's a guy right now playing for a team based in the South that is gay but not out and proud about it. I believe his teammates know, but it's like nobody gives a shit. And the reason is because there are guys like me in the locker room where it's like, I'd rather sit next to the gay guy than Serpico, because he's a known dick toucher. I don't know, he might be gay.
You were the gay guy.
That's the joke. I say, guys would rather sit next to the gay dude than sit next to me. But it's like weird how in the NHL...
But which one's the dick toucher?
Oh, definitely me. I'm also, you've got to boost your teammates' confidence. You see him changing, especially a guy who's been playing well. Be like, yo, fucking Daniels, dude, that dick's looking mighty fine. That's a tight dick, player.
Which sport you think has the most gays? Football? Mm-hmm. I mean, should we count soccer?
You count soccer's becoming a major one in the U.S. Yeah.
See, now I think you might get surprised, right? So soccer, you'd be like, oh, they probably got the most fags. Mm-hmm. They fucking flopping and running around all the time. But they're all like skinny, in shape dudes that probably get really fucking hot chicks.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Like,
soccer players probably get the hottest chicks.
Like, yeah, dude, especially like in Europe. They probably get these fucking like European supermodels and shit.
No ass though. You're not getting a lot of ass in Europe.
No ass, no titties.
Because they don't have the
Europe
growth hormone in the chicken like we do.
Is much more efficient, you know.
They are more efficient. They're quick to fuck, and we gotta go. So you're gonna ask me who has the most homosexuals in the big? We should say big four. Now we're saying big five American sports.
We won't count soccer. We'll give soccer the benefit of the doubt.
Right,
just
so
say they get a lot of pussy.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna say football, basketball, hockey, and baseball.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so just based on team size,
Baseball has a lot of Latinos.
a lot of Latinos, but
They might tip the scales because you know how them Latinos be.
well, I find the Latinos are so like overly macho that even
they're
if they
gay.
are gay, unless you're one of those,
I feel like it's the
avocado
opposite.
Cubans.
I feel like they're so gay they're macho.
Okay, fair enough. You know, and I met a few gay Latinos, few gay Mexicans. When they're gay, they are gay. But I also think they hide it. So I got to say, based on team size, you're going to get more in the NFL. But if we're talking about a ratio, I think basketball. I hear a lot of talk about NBA guys who are down low. A lot of talk about NFL guys who are down low, but mostly
It is the gayest
basketball
sport of the three.
But it just
of the
even
four.
if there's a suggestion of it, it's blown up because of the airtime it gets and the hype it gets. Like I guarantee you, there's probably a bunch of gay dudes in the NHL, and it's just like they're all Canadian and European. They're like he's gay. They don't give a shit. But in the NBA and NFL, it's just black dudes, man. They don't like that stuff.
It'd be hard to tell if a Canadian is gay or just Canadian.
Is he gay or I'm not gay? I'm Canadian.
I'm not gay, eh?
I'm not gay. I'm just Canadian. I gotta tell you.
Did you want me to suck it anyway?
I'll suck it anyway.
I don't want you to be mad.
I will say this: the Canadians. I love the Canadians 3 out of every 4 years. The Winter Olympics, man, fuck Canada, fuck Canada, fuck Canada. But then
Fuck
3
Crosby.
years after that, bro.
Dude, their fucking team is always so filthy, bro. That lineup, like
Did you? Oh, you're talking about the fucking 4-team showcase coming up?
just
to
in
25?
general, like Canadian hockey and like those types of things, like Olympics and shit.
No, there are a lot of.
Do you want me to just say cocksucker so you
you.
can drink? You're welcome. Dude, like just the lineups they roll out, dude. Like Stamkos is on the third line.
Yeah,
It's
that's.
just, it's like fucking. Is Austin Matthews American?
He's from Arizona.
Yeah,
Him and the Kachuk brothers are from Arizona.
Yeah, he's American, but like who is it? Like McDavid's Canadian, right?
McDavid's Canadian. Yeah.
Like they'll roll out a line. It's like McDavid. Who was the other one? That was fuck. Bedard on the fucking Blackhawks is Canadian, right?
Bedard is on the Blackhawks. He is Canadian, yes.
Who was that line they had like a couple seasons ago that was just filthy, man? It was everybody that they roll out. It's just like so.
Well, which Olympic year you're talking about?
Whatever the last one was,
I'm
or
trying to
like,
see
or the World Cup.
I'm trying to see. I'm looking up the Four Nations face-off right now, which I think it's blasphemy that because of the political climate that the Russians aren't in it. Because if the Russians were in it, then you have the Russians
What
and the
is
Czechs.
this?
You'd have 6 teams. The Four Nations face-off.
Finland and Sweden.
And Finland, Canada, Finland, Sweden, the USA.
That's stupid.
These lineups are fucking ridiculous. I'm
How do
trying
you
to
not have Russia?
because of the current political climate. It's just like
Well,
the Olympics in the 70s, some in the 80s, where the USA would boycott Olympics in Moscow, and the Russians would boycott Winter Olympics, in other places in Europe and
So
in
what
the
is
US,
this- so
and
this-
you miss it out on the fucking some of the best players in the world. What were you gonna say?
So this is separate from World Cup
This is
and
separate from the World Cup of Hockey.
from Olympics.
Separate
They're
from the
just
Olympics,
doing an
yes.
extra
Yeah.
4-team tournament.
There's an extra 4-team tournament based on, it's almost like a mini Olympics. Because whenever it comes to the Olympics, usually, it's the Canadians,
What they
the
should
Finns,
do-
the Swedes.
What they should do is something like this, except teams that kind of don't have hockey, like countries that like you normally wouldn't expect.
Like Slovenia,
No, like Mexico.
Mexico.
Just have like a weird ass tournament, like Mexican hockey versus Brazilian hockey. Brazilians would probably, they'd all just be kicking the puck down the ice.
And they probably be pretty good at it. There's a couple ice rinks in Mexico, and hockey is starting to catch on there. And I think Brazil, who was it? Was it Alec Martinez? Ever since he scored the game-winning goal against the Rangers in 2014, because he was, I believe, born in Brazil, or his father was born in Brazil, they put an ice hockey rink, I believe, in Sao Paulo, and it's starting to kind of catch on, where now these Central and South American countries are starting to put in ice rinks, and I think you're going to start, next 20 years, you're going to see some Latinos coming across that border. Scott Gomez in it.
I wish that what's it called, dude? Who's his name? Pablo Escobar. Imagine if he tried to just launder all the drug money into like hockey.
They're the best fucking team in the world.
It's just like all of a sudden Mexico just has ice rinks everywhere.
Right? Yeah. Oh man, the amount of money that guy had. Holy shit. Fuck, and that's one guy I would have loved to sat down with and have a conversation with. But that dude died running from the cops. Him and his daughter were running through the jungle of Colombia, and he had nothing but like $2 million in cash.
Did you hear about that?
He had to burn it for them to stay warm.
Did you hear about the hippos?
Yeah, he fucking imported a bunch of hippos back in the 80s to, because they are the most aggressive animal on earth, to protect his properties, and now now we got wild hippos in South America. Yeah. So you want to hear these rosters are ridiculous. I mean, fucking Sam Bennett, Anthony Cirelli, Sidney Crosby, Brandon Hagel, Seth Jarvis, Travis Konechny, Nathan McKinnon, Brad Marchand, Mitch Marner, Connor McDavid, Braden Point, Sam Reinhart, and Mark Stone. That's just the forwards for Team Canada. I'm not going to go through all of them. I just went through Canada just because they're fucking stacked. Makar, Morrissey, Parayko's actually not that. Pietrangelo, Sanheim, Theodore, and Taze. This is ridiculous. But every team is fucking loaded. If you have time, look through these 4 teams' rosters, and it's just holy fucking shit. I have no idea who's going to come out with this. You want to say the Canadians, but the U.S. team is fucking stacked. Sorry, man, I went on a little bit of a tangent there.
That's all right. It's all right. We got to kill some airtime, People are very interested in the third line defenseman for the Canadians.
That's why I only went through Team Canada. Because, a few months
ago,
I went through all of them. What?
Why do you keep talking over me?
Because that's all you fucking do, you asshole. So if I don't do it, I'm not getting a word in.
Why are you getting so aggressive?
Because I mean, go. What do you got to say? God.
Can you tell the people at home who I want to know who the Finnish defensemen are?
Do you really? I'll tell you right now.
It's gonna be some weird ass name with like little dots over the fucking vowels and shit.
I mean, the Finnish, even the Finnish.
Sven Bjornsson.
Who's got? I think the most Finnish name is either Teuvo Teravainen or Rasmus Ristolainen. Those guys should have a podcast.
Half of their team is just like names from Frozen. It's Sven and Olaf.
That's more of the Swedes. The Finns got those fucking wacky names like fucking Antti Manta.
Have you ever been to any of those Scandinavian countries?
No, my parents did. They went to Norway a couple times.
I mean, we got the furniture.
Our furniture in our house is expensive. Leather, Eckernes, stressless line, Norwegian made, fucking gorgeous.
Hold on.
Overpriced, and we got that shit because we got money like that.
Let me ask you.
What?
When you bring a girl to the house for the first time, is one of the first things... I mean, I feel like it's almost like 100%. They always say something about the fucking one... That round one.
The big baseball glove chair. Every girl I brought there always had that's the first thing she pointed out.
Dude, they always. That thing is like a fucking Where's Waldo to them, bro. They just see it.
Wow, that's a nice chair. Dude, that's like a $3,500 chair. Which your boy got for free. I got the couch in the front over here is Eckernes. That's a fucking $2,000 couch. It's built like shit, but that company was a client of ours, so they used to just, what do you want? Take this, take that. Great fucking people. The Norwegians.
It's crazy how much money there is and shit you normally wouldn't think much about.
Oh yeah, but dude, because all the people they sell to, it's like Ashley Furniture and the North Carolina Furniture Company. It's at least North Carolina Furniture Company, which is my bedroom set. That heavy fucking armoire, that heavy dresser. That's North Carolina Furniture Company from like 1973. It is well made, but nowadays it's only upper scale, higher status people buying it.
Well, if there's one thing people love, it's heavy, large furniture.
Dude, fuck this Norwegian. Look, I'm not trying to. You know what? I'm not going to disparage the Norwegians. They're skinnier than we are. That furniture is not made for fat Americans. But the North Carolina Furniture Company, you can drop it out of a truck and you barely have a scratch on it. Bring it inside. Let's go.
Bring it to the barbecue.
I love big, bulky, heavy furniture that was made in the 70s. It sucks to move, but god damn it, it's well made, and that's the America I knew and loved.
When you said I like big and bulky, I didn't think you were going to finish with furniture.
I like me a big and bulky broad. Don't mind me a big bitch. Like me a big bitch. I like a fat set of thighs and a giant ass, and when she sits on my face, it just, I'm tapping her leg like in the WWF.
All consuming.
All consuming. I like that.
I feel like you're getting squashed by Yokozuna.
I like me a girl with a little bit of meat on her.
Can I just slide in a little joke real quick for one of our viewers?
Yeah.
He's going to really enjoy it because it ties in perfectly with the sofas.
Mm-hmm.
They are Swedish. So, of course, they're made for enjoying meatballs. Next topic.
I think I know who you're talking about. But make sure, yes, you should definitely explain the joke.
No, we're not going to explain anything. Sofas are a wonderful place to enjoy meatballs, which the Swedes are known for.
Oh, is that where you did it?
I didn't do anything. What are you talking about?
You did something on that chair.
I didn't do shit on that chair. Go home and smell it.
That's leather. It's just white leather furniture. She can swirl all over it. Wipes right clean.
You go home and trust me, nothing there's been wiped.
I'll tell you. Oh, and also when I bring a girl to the house, the first thing I say is, look, it's been a long time since I've been in a relationship. And I had a woman I lived here with, and ever since she moved out, I kind of let the place go.
It's been a long time since I've been in a relationship. Don't mind those pictures on the fridge.
Take them down.
Oh, shit.
But it does help because they walk in there and they're like, because they know certain people I speak to on a routine basis, and I have some female friends that are fucking cool. But then they come in and they're like, oh yeah, there's no way a woman has lived here in a long time.
Dude, I love that place, man.
I fucking love that house. It's a great house.
Yeah, and it's going to be the place that we're stuck. We're stuck there.
I will stay there for the rest of my life.
The only way we can leave is if we fail.
And we can't. We're not.
If we succeed, that house ain't going nowhere.
I love that house, especially its proximity to the airport.
Which is going to be great for when we have guests.
Mm-hmm.
Because we can
fly in D-list.
Why waste your money on a fucking hotel when we have a fucking $3,000 fuck chair that's perfect for you to sleep on?
Oh, it is such a good fuck chair.
Just curl up in a ball and melt away.
Melt away.
Like the sauce on top of a meatball.
You gotta tell me. Now I'm not sure.
I love Swedish meatballs. What is there to get? It's a Swedish couch. I like fucking meatballs. I'm Italian.
Oh, I can tell you're Italian.
Exactly.
Everyone can tell you're Italian.
With the red beard?
No, they can't. No, I can't. As soon as you start speaking, I'm like, oh, that's a dumbass guinea from New Jersey.
The drones give it away?
Give it away now. The drones definitely were a dead giveaway. Shit, man, I had something I wanted to say and I forgot. But anyways,
something about...
we have a fucking we gotta move those ACs inside.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's mountain bike.
They're made to be outside.
Well, yeah, I don't want to see the back part is I don't want
95% of that machine's already outside every day anyway.
Yeah, I just we gotta move them in because dude, that house doesn't get bad in the summer, but it gets too hot to sleep at night. The only problem with that house is any insulation that was in those walls is gone and has been gone since 1986.
It is nice because, like, in the morning, I always hear the garbage and the recycling before they get to the house. So I'll always forget to put the shit out.
Yeah.
And I'll just be running out in my flip-flops, like, fucking dragging the thing down to the curb.
I forgot about the house not being insulated. I remember one time the landlady came by last year, and she was there, and, oh, hello, how are you? She goes, by the way, the neighbors can hear everything. And she's like, okay. And the lady goes, no, the neighbors can hear everything.
See, like, right there, bro. You gotta chill. We gotta have a little back and forth. Because when we have a third person here, we don't even have microphones yet. I'm really tempted to see how it sounds with a third person. I have a feeling it's just gonna be three people talking at once.
Yeah, I'm not
like
sure.
You mentioned your boy Blackass.
Blackass!
Bro.
Yeah.
I think the way you described him,
yeah.
I feel like it's just going to be like inaudible.
Let me come back. Hold up.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, look, dude. Black Ass is gonna be a great guest, but when I tell you, this room is not. He is so fucking loud, and when he is drunk, dude, just the whole bar is staring at him. He is just
we're gonna have
loud.
We're gonna have to get good at kind of like slowing down a bit, I think.
Yeah.
And kind of like letting other people interject and like letting them have the floor a bit.
Have you tried that?
I'm great at it, dude. I'm a fucking great listener. Cocksuckers.
Thank you.
So anyway,
I do the same shit.
on the ride over here, I was actually thinking about it.
What's that?
When we start having guests, I don't know if they're going to be ready. Well, I have a feeling the two of us. See, when it's me and you,
yeah,
it's normal. I can talk shit.
Yeah.
You can talk shit. We talk shit back and forth, and we fucking laugh. If we had a third person here that didn't really know us, I feel like it would just start turning into like me and you just ripping them a new asshole, and this person is just gonna be sitting there for like an hour just getting battered.
Just bashed. Honestly, for good practice, I think one of the first people we should get in here is Black Ass. He'd be a great guest. He's very loud, very animated. And he's a guy, he'll steamroll your conversation, but I think
that's exactly what I'm saying.
It'll help us to learn how to all right, let's wait our turn, let this guy say what he's got to say, let the other guy finish. I think it'll be good practice. So we get somebody who might not be as boisterous, might not be as loud, might be a little more timid. We can make them feel more comfortable in speaking where we're not steamrolling them.
I was hoping maybe we could get Connor as our first guest.
Oh, I'm all about it.
He's going to be home for the holidays.
Oh, bring him around because he's our only fucking listener. Watcher.
So that would be cool. But, dude, I feel like people are going to start popping out of the woodworks and wanting to get on the show, man.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't even want to be on this show. Who the fuck else is going to want to be on this show?
Listen, bro, this fucking enthusiasm is contagious.
I got to tell you, I'm feeling like a new man lately.
When we get the microphones, it'll be even better because, like, the mixer that they go into, we'll get, like, little, like, sound pads. So, like, right now, dude, we could be pressing a little button that every time we could clip audio. So, like, every time we hit a button, dude, this episode would have been great. We could have had Mario and Luigi drops.
Okay.
We could have had Nas fuck Jay-Z drops.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
We definitely got to start editing.
We could fucking really go to town with some dumb shit like that. Upper echelon type shit.
When you first started talking about this and you threw this idea my way, I was very excited. And once you started doing it, I'm like, this is nowhere near as easy as I thought it would be. I always thought it was just buddies riffing with each other. Turns out it was that, but for some reason I wasn't in the right state of mind. I wasn't ready for it. I don't know, man. I just realized there's more to it. And for the first couple months, I'm like, I don't see it going anywhere. I think he's out of his mind. I'm going to keep going. That month off. And then I came back. I felt rejuvenated. I'm firing. And I want to thank you for pushing me to stick with it.
Awesome, man. Listen,
because I would have fucking gave up a long time ago.
Whatever happened with the stars and the fucking planets, we're getting good feedback, man. We're getting good feedback.
Speaking of,
we're actually the only fucking podcast on YouTube that does not have a single negative comment.
We don't have a comment. I'm going to go put a comment and say, you guys suck.
Hey, going back to our sports conversation, it's all about the ratios. We are 0% gay.
0%. Well, I don't know about me. I'm still figuring some things out, you know.
I was going to make a dumb joke that I thought of on the way here, but kind of doesn't make sense to try to weave it in.
Yeah, it's got to be off the cuff. It has to be organic and natural.
And it also wouldn't really apply because I think we've been doing pretty good today.
Today's all right. We're doing all right.
I want to get into gambling again, I think.
Well, I've been keeping track, and I've been using your fucking Captain Insano stars lining rocket astrology nonsense. I'm running about 58.25% accuracy. Our other person who just guesses is more like 71%. Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous, but using your silly ass method and factoring in some of those variables that make sense to no one else but us, I'm above 50%. Now that's even with the point spread. So I think there's some money to be made here.
The problem is it's not 1-to-1. Mm-hmm. So even if you have that little bit extra, you're gonna lose it on the odds. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Well, that's why I mentioned that app, and I'm not going to mention it again because I don't want to give free advertising, but you basically bet both teams on through one app, but it bets it through different apps, and it'll guarantee you like a 10% return. So you're gonna put up a lot of money, but a 10% return, that's big bucks. What are you gonna say?
I don't remember.
I'm sorry, bro. I
Steamrolled.
steamrolled you, bro. I've been bitching about you doing that. I go and do the same goddamn thing.
Actually, do you know what body tempering is?
I have no idea. Please enlighten me.
Basically, is getting steamrolled. So it's like you'll take a huge cylinder that might weigh like 150 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And you ever seen people use the foam rollers in the gym?
Yes, I have.
Imagine laying down, someone rolls a foam roller over you, except that foam roller weighs 150 pounds. So what it does is it like diffuses the tissue. It's fucking incredible, man. I was actually thinking of doing it as like a business, you know? Sort of, it'd be basically like a massage, except I would be the guy that just tells you lay down, and I'd spend 20 minutes rolling you out with this huge, heavy-ass fucking cylinder. You'd be getting squished for like 20 minutes. I'd tell you roll over, I'd do your arms, your chest, all your muscles, running up and down your legs. And you don't even have to fucking like physically roll it. You could actually just have it sit on the tissue, and it'll, like, if you're into like working out and stuff, you know, there might be some people out there that have heard of it. But the stuff is like really, really good, man. It's very beneficial. You're right there.
No, I'm this is my thinking phase. Does your buddy still own that gym?
No, he sold it.
Ah, damn! I was
We
gonna
had
say
a bunch.
you're in.
We had a bunch of them.
You had a couple. I thought we only had the one. You had
One gym.
Oh,
we had a bunch of the tempering. Like,
oh, yeah, that's what I was talking about. If you still had that gym, I mean, I'm sure it would be very little cost to say, hey, let me come in a few days a week.
Oh, dude, no, that's what I'm saying. No,
somebody, and that would have been a fucking good setup.
No, you don't need it. Because, if you were going to do it as a business, you'd literally just need to go lay on the floor and just, boom, roll. Like, you just travel with the fucking cylinders in a truck or something.
And you have that retard strength where you can probably just one hand that and be like, all right, where do you want this, Mrs. Jackson? Like,
well, you don't need to go too crazy. I mean, the heaviest one that you might use on somebody, like 150 pounds, is probably plenty. Because you could even do 2 or 3, 4 of them at a time. So say you had like a 150, 100, 120, an 80. Well, you could be laying down, and I could have like 3 of them laying on the back of your legs and shit, and just leave them there for like 5 minutes. But like, these things like legit have, like, you'll feel it right away. Like, you'll get up and you'll just feel it. You know what I mean? So like, people will probably pay fucking good money for that shit.
It might be.
It's very unique, you know?
Especially if you could market it to those, you know, out of touch with reality, Karen type liberal women that are like, oh my god, just Mackinac tea.
See, I think it'd be more for a guy like you.
Why?
A big, thick, dense guy.
It's very nice of you to say.
That's
Thank you.
bound up and needs to fucking.
I am wound the fuck up.
Like I said, bound up.
Oh,
like tight muscles. Like, you know, the type of guy that goes to get a massage.
Are you hitting on me?
Should I be?
Please, thank you. But yeah, so guys who are more muscular frame and
well, even a girl
help with soreness.
Even a girl, if you go and get a massage and you walk away from that massage feeling like, what the fuck? Why did I just pay for this? Like, get the fuck in there, get deeper, harder.
Yeah, whoop my ass. Yeah.
Now I'm hitting on you.
I appreciate that. Thank you. It boosted my confidence and my ego. God damn, you don't say to make a lady blush.
But yeah, like these things really get in there, man. They get in there deep.
And I think there's certain people, and I used to be involved with a person who had a little bit of the tism, to where when she was upset, if you just lay on her and put your body weight on her, it like relieves all that tension. I think you might be able to bring in some people who might have a little bit of the tism and some emotional disturbances where you just roll that heavy thing over them, and all of a sudden their worries and stress goes away, or it just snuffs the life out of them and they can't breathe, and you know, they just slowly drift off into the next realm.
Did we just cure autism?
I think we just cured the tism. I am so pissed off that Theo Von came up. I hate when things are right there and I miss them. Like autism, and he's just like, he got a case of the tism. It's just that little fucking thing that was right there that's just nuancedly hilarious, and I hate that I didn't come up with it first.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up.
Do so.
Because we kind of do come up with things first. We're a little bit of a pioneer in that sense. You know what I mean? We're ahead of our time. Sometimes slightly, only ahead by a few days, but we're still ahead because we touch on some things that I notice cropping up, you know, a few weeks down the road after we've already been there, done that.
Mm-hmm.
And you get some of these podcasts, you know, basically just copying us. There's a mole in the fucking pipeline or whatever.
There's somebody, there's a Luigi in here somewhere popping up through the toilets.
There's a fucking mole.
Stealing all of our material.
I mean, we are putting this in the internet, but
out there for fucking 8 people to see.
But I mean, we'll mention something. I can't specify exactly because it's been a while.
Yeah.
But it's happened more than once. We'll talk about something, and then I go and next thing you know, somebody's coming out with a podcast a week later with the title is talking about the shit we were talking about for a fucking hour.
You're right. No. You've done that a couple times.
Because we're ahead of the fucking curve, man.
You're ahead of the curve. A couple of times. I remember months ago, you'd say something, you'd touch on something, you'd make a silly joke or whatever, and, you know, whatever, it wouldn't be much of the time, and all of a sudden, you watch one of these larger podcasts, and all of a sudden, boom, that guy's talking about it, where it's a subject this person hasn't spoken about before, or hasn't spoken about to the best of my knowledge. You're right, man. There are a couple times you did do that, and I think if we get a larger audience, that'll be more noticeable. We're like, oh, these assholes were talking about it first.
Yeah, don't be stealing our shit.
Don't be stealing our shit.
Even though I'm going to steal everything.
I steal everybody's material. I'm so fucking unoriginal. Oh, idea. At the end of football season, after the Super Bowl is done with, I want to take clips of, and of course it's going to involve editing, so I'm going to have the patience and do that, of the fantasy football night where you went through, did all that homework. I was very impressed with that.
I already did.
No, I know, but like take clips and be like, hey, you know, like Tony said this back in August, and we talked about it, but to really dive into it, see almost anything you said that was accurate, and I think a lot of what you said, a majority of it, was accurate. What's up?
We gotta make a sign.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously we need a fucking computer nerd.
Mm-hmm.
They're up in the sky above us right now, looking down. Those aren't fucking, what are they called? Androids? What are they called?
Freaking
drones.
What are drones?
They're not fucking drones, dude. Those are fucking angels.
They're angels, bro.
We just gotta make a sign, hold it up to the drones. We need a fucking computer nerd.
We need a. That'd be funny.
They'll come down. They'll fucking help us.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, boom, off to the races.
All right.
It's like the homeless people when they have a sign for like spare change.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like we need help. All I have is this podcast and this shitty sign.
I have the podcast and this shitty sign. Speaking of which, I was going to the gym 3 or 4 weeks ago before Thanksgiving, and it's by the ShopRite over down there in Neptune or whatever. I'm not fucking autistic.
Which highway?
Oh, right off Highway 66 and the intersection of the old Seaview Square Mall. And I need to be rocked back and forth 3 times before I'm such an asshole.
Do I need to lay on top of you and squish you?
Oh, God, I'm so fucking annoying. I've been really good with that. It's just creeping back in. But doesn't matter where it was. The guy was holding up a sign, you know, hey, you know, spare change, and he's sitting there with his dog. I had like...
I'm sorry.
What?
I gotta interrupt you.
Yeah.
Like, they're not gay, they're just autistic.
He's not gay, he's just autistic.
Why are those 2 men laying on top of each other?
He's not gay, I'm just autistic. So anyways, I was talking with Brad, and Brad was standing at the intersection of Highway 36 and Middle Road. And it was 6 o'clock at night, December 17th, 2022, at the KFC, where Don Tro was working, and he hooked me up with an extra piece of chicken. His address is 148.
It was extra
17th
crispy.
Street, extra crispy, mashed potatoes, no gravy, double gravy on the coleslaw. What?
They fucked up getting rid of those potato wedges.
They were fucking idiots. Oh, those potato wedges were so good. Anyways, I had a handful of change, a whole cup holder full of change, and I made the guy, I'm like, what are you getting? He's like, I'm trying to get something to eat. I'm like, what are you getting? He's like, man, I need a hit. I'm like, all right, there you go. Like, he said hit. I knew what the fuck he needed.
Hey, listen, sometimes honesty is the best policy.
Oh, really? I tell the guys, tell me what you really... I used to do this. I lived, when I was in Tallahassee, I was in a nice apartment complex. It was trash, but it was redone on the inside. Right next to the park where all the homeless guys hung out. Got it. What?
Alright, so when we do have a guest, let's try to avoid that.
Wait, what?
You don't have to yell at them before you let them speak. You can just let them speak.
But if the guy told me, like, hey, what are you really getting? And God bless this guy, he's like, I'm going to get crack. I'm like, here's $5.
Well,
I was a poor college student. Here's $5.
That's what I was gonna say. If you know, like honesty is the best policy, right?
Mhm.
So next time you see a homeless guy on the side of the street or whatever, roll the window down and just go straight up to him, be like, heroin or crack?
Heroin or
He'll be
crack.
like, which one you got? I'll take whatever you got.
So, we haven't even gotten to the bread and butter of why we are here tonight.
Really?
You said you have a lot to talk about.
I thought we've been doing that for the last hour.
Oh, okay. So when you said that earlier, that was like, oh, I have a lot of shit to talk about. I thought it was going to be about something else, and I kept waiting for you to bring it up.
No. We were just
Okay. Never mind. I misunderstood.
you call him cocksucker.
That's hurtful,
Oh, I'm sorry.
but accurate.
I'm sorry, you're not dumb.
No, you were right the first time. Hurtful, but accurate.
Dude, I can't wait until we're flying back and forth to Florida.
Oh man, I've actually been looking at jobs down there, but
Don't look at jobs. Just skip that. Go straight to the fucking high-rise apartments.
now here's the
Just look. You should be looking at BMWs,
Mm-hmm.
apartments. You should be trying to, you should live above a Gucci store.
So you didn't know me before I hit that deer. I still have a nice Mercedes. Half of the front passenger side is caved in from the fucking deer I hit on the parkway, leaving work late at night. Mercedes built like tanks, but that's sitting on my mother's driveway. And somebody just told me they're gonna help me fix it, so I might be bagging that Mercedes soon. So I don't need to look at BMW because they're built like shit. But Mercedes, like seriously, I bring it to my mother's house. I'll show you my car. It's still sitting there.
You're saying BMWs are shit?
BMWs are built like trash. Mercedes built like fucking tanks. I know they're both German cars, but the fucking Benz brothers, man, they knew what they were doing. Especially nowadays they suck, but mine's an 07. Dude, when I tell you, like, you hit a fucking deer smack at 70, I still drove it another 12 miles to my uncle's place, like, to park it.
My first car was an old Lincoln Town car.
Oh, man, the old
That's
boxy
it.
one?
You want to talk about old school
That's
shit?
a tank.
Being
That's a
built
tank.
like a tank, dude.
Mm-hmm.
One of the first times I ever drove in the snow, because this is like the old school rear-wheel drive shit.
Yep, no.
I'm trying to make the left out onto Beer Street.
Mm-hmm.
And my friend's house is like right in front of me. There's a telephone pole too, right?
Yep.
So as I'm turning, the back is like sliding out. It just hits the phone pole, bounces right back into the street, and
Sends
knocks
it
me.
straight?
Yeah. Just kind
Let me
of.
guess, not a dent.
No, it's fucking.
Which is
Perfect.
fine. It's a bounce off. Things are made so much better. But when you were saying about looking up BMWs, I already got a Mercedes. My brother, who lives in Tennessee, is moving to South Florida.
Okay.
So
How far from where you were looking?
Actually, about 20 to 30 miles from where I was looking. He's not
nice,
far.
nice.
So what I'm saying is,
Further down the coast or inland?
further down the coast. Further down the coast. Now look, if you're moving to Florida, the West Coast is where to be right now. However, the East Coast, it's more expensive. It's more like up here. A lot of traffic. A lot of assholes because it's everybody from up here that moves down there. But the East Coast, the party doesn't stop. I think there's more going on. I think it'd be, if we were doing this and did move down there, it'd be a better location. However, I'm just saying, if things start going well, my brother, him and his wife make good money. Like, they're gonna be buying a nice place, getting a nice place. So we're probably gonna have a spot in South Florida, Southeast Florida, in the Miami metropolitan area.
Gotta put it out there, man. You gotta manifest it.
I'm gonna manifest it, bro. I've been looking at jobs, and I'm trying to avoid Dade County because just as soon as Broward, like Lauderdale, is expensive. As soon as you cross that border into Dade County, bro, everything goes up. So I'm looking in like northern Palm Beach, and my brother's looking northern Palm Beach. So we might have a place where we can
But that's
go down there.
north of Miami, no?
North, and I'm not trying to be in Miami though.
I thought you were going south of Miami.
Oh no, I misunderstood. No, I'm trying to be north of Miami, or I'm trying to be on the West Coast.
My mom used to go down to the Fort Lauderdale street level.
I fucking love Fort Lauderdale.
The one time I was there, we stopped just to go on a cruise.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so we were there like a day or two early and hanging out. I just remember this one bartender being pretty cute down in Fort Lauderdale.
Fucking love.
But it just
The
seemed
hottest
like
I've ever seen.
it just seemed like regular though. You know what I mean? Like it didn't seem like she was like some smoking hot chick. Like, oh my god, I can't believe how hot this girl is. It's like Oh yeah, she's hot, big tits, and cool. And
That's every girl in Florida.
exactly. Yeah.
They all get fake tits as a high school graduate.
That's what I'm saying. Like she just seems like
that's regular down there.
Yeah. She's just the one doing the day shift.
It's amazing. Like girls up here that think they're hot, and I've never been to Los. I've been to never been to Los.
That's what you gotta do.
What?
Just tell a bitch, be like up around here, be like, you're a Florida 5.
You're oh my god, yes, dude. Because these girls think they're so fucking hot, bitch. You are average at best. Like when I was going to college.
If you were in Florida, you'd have to lose weight. That's what you got to tell them.
Oh yeah, if you were in Florida, you have to lose that beer gut, and I have to do the same thing. But dude, just the girls that were just part of our friend group, they were all fucking models. Like I remember when I left Tallahassee and went to Morgantown.
Because then they lose their power when there's 5 other ones around them.
And they become, and a guy like me,
it's like a strip club.
But the problem is, when you come back up here, it ruins it because it's like, oh, you're considered hot. Like I would show them, oh, this is my friend. I'm not gonna say the name. My other friend, and they're like, these are the girls. You're like, yeah, these are girls I drank with every fucking weekend. Like they were just the home girls. Like when I went to Morgantown from Tallahassee, even the girls there that thought they were hot, I'm like, you should have seen the girls I was hanging out with a year ago.
You're a fucking warthog.
That's beautiful. You're a Florida 5, and these fucking 5s, like these 7s in Florida, would shit on any of the girls in New Jersey who think they're hot. Like in New Jersey, like there's like a few hot girls, especially in our area where we're down here in a nice area, but we got all these like small towns.
You just struggled so hard to like not start.
Oh, so fucking.
You're like we're in a nice
where we live in.
It's just a place. It's not a specific location.
Here's what we earn annually. This is our billing zip code. Here's my credit card numbers. But. Like there's 4 or 5 hot girls that are the hot girls, and I'm like, the fucking least attractive chick I hung out with down in Palm Beach would shit on you. Like you're nothing compared to these women.
How much you got to pay her for that?
Well, Florida, it's going to cost you a little more. But the beautiful thing because there's so many hot girls in Florida, there's so much more competition down there. So they got to work harder for it.
Thing I said.
How much would it cost to shit on a bitch?
All right, there you go. Well, you said they would shit on you.
Oh, well, that would probably.
That's why I said
that'd be much cheaper then. Yeah, but I mean, the hotter she's up here, it would cost a lot of money because she's like, I'm a 5 at best, but the girls around here are so fat and disgusting. That's why I'm in New Jersey. There's 15 dudes all trying to fuck one bitch. Like, that's the one they're in. They can't get over it. It's like the girls down there that my buddies used to just sport fuck. It could be models. Like you're nothing compared to these bitches. And when you do that, it removes all their power. And there's nothing. I'm gonna stop. Because your buddy said, like, man, you guys are really chauvinistic.
You're about to go on a fucking rant.
I was about to go on a rant.
He was like, you guys.
Bitch, do you think you're special?
He's like, you guys got to have more fun, man. You guys got to just, like.
I'm having a lot of
fun. And I'm
right
like,
now.
no, dude, this is going to be fucking serious. The most serious fucking show we ever do.
If we went to Florida, like, our mentalities would completely change. We would be having fun. We'd be all positive. And it's this area sucks the fucking life out of you. Just makes you so angry.
I'm trying to think because, like, I was in Florida a couple years ago for a couple weeks, and my car died, which I ended up leaving in Florida.
Was this where the fucking water was cascading into the apartment?
Did you ever see those videos?
Yo, you showed me those videos. That was fucking wild, man. That was real wild.
Yeah, man.
It looked like a fucking. That's not even a hurricane. That was
the dude. So we got home at like 2 a.m. And we're going upstairs. We're on the 2nd floor, and as soon as we walk into the apartment, like this deep, like your whole shoe submerged underwater. So my friend's parents were there as well, right? He had like this family condo down there, bunch of bedrooms. So he invites me down during COVID and shit. I just wanted to get the fuck out of Jersey, so I'm like, fuck it. Calls me one day. He's like, hey man, did you make up your mind? You think you're coming down or what? I'm like, dude, I'm in the car right now. Already on the way.
On the way, homeboy.
So this is like maybe like our 2nd night down there. And we come home, boom, the shit's flooded as fuck. We're like, what the fuck? His parents wake up. We start looking to see if it's a leak in the apartment. There's nothing going on. So we go next door, knock. The fucking old man comes out. We're like, hello, is there anyone in here? The apartment's flooding. We're just trying to see what's going on. Fucking old man comes out. He slips and falls. Now this guy is 95 years old. So now it's 2 a.m. Not only is everything flooded, now we got this 95-year-old slipping and falling. later on, my friend's mom ends up slipping and falling. This is like the vacation from fucking hell. I mean, we had fun,
Sounds
but
like
like
it.
the first night we were down there, I blacked out,
Mm-hmm.
lost my hat. I had no clue where the fuck I was. My phone was dead. Like
You're
I
at
had-
the
'cause I had
intersection of
driven
36th
down.
Street and Sunset Boulevard. In
I-
Daytona, Florida.
so, I drove down. I think I left in like the afternoon. So what is it, like a 15, 16, from here to Daytona? what is that?
Daytona,
17 hours?
17, yeah, you're about
So
near
I
17.
left in the afternoon. I basically I drove straight through. Got there around like 8, 9 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Him and his old man are playing golf. His mom's on the porch reading a book, so I'm trying to fall asleep in the bedroom. Couldn't fall asleep, so I said, fuck it. I just sat on the porch with her. I'm drinking beers.
There you go.
I'm on like no sleep now, right? Drinking beers at like 8 o'clock in the morning, waiting for these guys to get home from golf, and that was the night I blacked out because I had already been just
Up all night.
Yeah.
And I know you drink. Dude, I don't know how you do it. You could just drink for extended periods of time. So I guarantee you.
It's called
you drink-
being an alcoholic. It's a superpower.
You know what? You were the best kind of alcoholic. Like when you drank, you would calm down, and you get real fun and exciting. But like, you didn't start talking shit. You weren't starting fights. You just you drank your
I had my
beer.
medicine, man.
That's the thing. But you were the best. Look, I got a cousin. I'll say it right now. Cousin Jeff, man, he's got a bad drinking problem. Like he's got several levels of drunk, and one of them is Problem Jeff. Problem Jeff is a problem. But you, dude, you never had like a problem phase. You would kind of just chill out, calm down. You get real smooth, real cool. Like, dude, how many bitches we talked?
All of them.
you were a different person when you were drunk. But like, honestly, I'm not talking shit. You were like a cooler, more fun person to be around when you were drunk. You never, me, I get stupid, but you never got stupid. Like you were clear-headed, and I don't know, dude. It was just, you were probably the best kind of alcoholic.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And if you can't tell, man, I missed the days when we went to the bars, bro. I had a great fucking time.
Of course.
You gave me my fucking
Bro, that's how this whole thing started.
what?
That's how this whole thing started.
Wait,
You
no.
called me talking about, thanks for a couple of years back. Wow, I was in Daytona, of all places.
I wanted to let you know how much I appreciate it, bro.
Shit comes full circle.
Really
Should we
does.
waste any more fucking time recording? I feel like we've been going.
We've
for
been going for a while. Dude, we go
Hour
for
and a
over.
half?
No, I think we started at 11:37. I don't know. Let me check the ticker here.
Might as well just cut it.
Only an hour 16. Okay. You want to cut it? We'll cut it.
Well, not now. You sat back down.
Okay,
Fuck,
keep
sucker.
going, motherfucker. Oh, thank you.
I just like
I broke the rules. I was drinking even when you didn't say
no,
that.
it's not breaking the rules. Let's
Take a little break.
nah. Why you got to piss?
I feel one coming. I think it's better if I piss now. This way, if we get on a roll.
Let's stop it and we'll just do a whole other portion.
You want to do another? Do you want to pause it or do you want to stop and
we'll
do
just
another?
cut it.
Cut it.
Brush your teeth, faggots.
All right.
And fuck Jay-Z.